Welcome to the first episode of Let's Talk About Anything. I've got Big Josh to my left, John to my right. I am Joey. So tell me, John, how was your day?
Oh, my day was pretty good. I went through a speed trap, actually, on the highway.
Did you get caught?
No, I didn't get caught. It was a speed trap, but there was only, one policeman manning the highway. He was parked under a bridge.
Whoa.
It was under a bridge. He was off, actually perpendicular to the highway, and he was just tracking back with a radar gun. And in that section of highway, there is actually a construction zone. So while it's normally a 70 mile per hour highway, the construction zone cut it down to 55.
Whoa.
And so I cruised by him doing about 60. And it was one of those kind of things that, I kind of feel like if I slam on the brake when I'm going past him, he may notice me actually. And so I just kind of want to coolly just cruise by him along with traffic just a few miles over, and he didn't come after me. So
well, that's good.
So that was the only exciting part of my day for real.
I wonder if police use the tail lights of the cars to see if they want to pull a guy over or not.
Probably not. I just kind of feel like if I'm slamming on the brakes that he'll probably notice me, which is probably not true. He's probably just watching that little number. And in fact, if anybody who is watching this is a police officer or knows a police officer, find out what they see in that little radar gun. I'm kind of curious. Is it just like a camera where they see the numbers flashing that says how fast the car's going, or how does that work? I don't know. Do you have to point it at the car? Do you see like multiple cars and numbers pop up for each car? I kind of doubt that, but who knows? They've kind of gotten sophisticated, I'm sure.
I don't think they point the radar guns at the cars anymore, but in the old days they did.
Yeah?
Yeah, because I remember in the old days driving by police officers who had like the radar gun like pointed out the window.
But that's what this guy had.
He had like a gun he was
He
pointing?
had a gun up to his face and he was looking out the window down at the traffic.
Huh.
So, yeah. But anyways, I got through that and wasn't speeding. Not really. 5 miles isn't speeding. So how was your day, Joseph?
It was pretty good. I woke up at like 8 in the morning and
Yeah.
I worked on school till like 2 in the afternoon. So
Okay.
It was
Good times.
quite the headache of a day. But the other day I was driving.
Wait, we didn't ask Big Josh if he had
Oh.
anything exciting.
My humblest apologies, Big Josh.
All I did was school.
Okay. So
Yeah.
nothing exciting.
No.
Okay. What were you saying, Joey?
So the other day I was driving home from college, right?
Yeah?
And I'm coming to the house.
Yeah?
And there's like these train tracks that you drive over. So I
Right.
drive over the train tracks.
Now, is this a 2-lane or a 4-lane road?
This is a 2-lane highway-ish kind of road.
Like kind of out in the country, right?
Yes, we're out in the country.
A little bit out in the country, 2-lane road. Okay.
And it's a smaller road. Like, you don't have a lot of space when you're driving, so you have to, like, kind of watch it or you might...
Yeah.
But anyways, so I'm driving and...
Yeah, if a jackrabbit goes over you, you have to be careful,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyways, I'm driving home and I see it's blowing really windy, right?
Uh-huh.
And so the wind is blowing to the east.
Right.
And
Which way are you headed?
I am headed north.
Okay, you're going... Okay, we have to get this straight. You're going north, the wind is going east.
Right.
Okay.
And
So if you're going north and the wind is going east, that means it's going to blow your car to the right.
Right.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay, we got that.
And so the wind is a very important part of this story.
We're going to need a chalkboard or
Yeah.
a whiteboard
We
for
are.
this. Okay,
So-
continue. Okay.
And suddenly I see I'm always aware when I drive, right?
Oh,
When I
absolutely.
drive. So I'm watching the cars headed at me that are going south.
Yeah.
And I see this white kind of SUV-ish type of
Mm-hmm.
a car. And suddenly he just slides off the road. Just
What?
slides. He doesn't turn his wheels. He doesn't do any of that. He's just driving and he just goes
Wow.
But he goes to the west. The wind is blowing to the east.
Okay, wait a minute. So you're going north, he's coming at you south.
Right.
The wind is going to the east, so that would push him. The wind would if it was a big gust of wind, would push him into your lane.
Right.
But instead, he goes off-road to the west.
Right.
Yeah.
And he just slides off, and then he stops. And I'm like...
But you're saying he slides. Like
he slides. It's
laterally
not like he
slides. He doesn't turn his wheels. He doesn't make a kind of a curve or a turn off the road. He just slides.
He just slid.
Like a giant, a giant kid with a giant... a giant kid with a giant bulldozer just kind of barreled at him and just pushed him off, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
That was a great way of saying that.
That's probably what happened.
And so I slowed down really slow because, and other cars behind him, they slowed down too because they saw this. And I'm like, this is really weird because, like, if I drive by him and I start getting pulled at him, I'm going to think some weird stuff is going on.
Right.
But I drove by him and nothing happened. And he sat there for probably 2-3 minutes because I watched in the rear view mirror. Mm-hmm. He sat there and then he just drove off. And
well, he was waiting for that kid to get bored and leave him alone. And
it made me wonder if extraterrestrial life.
It could have been a time warp.
It could have been.
Those things are real, I think. I don't know. One time I fell asleep and and it was like 3 o'clock. I woke up and it was 4, Could have been a time warp. Could have happened. I don't know. I was asleep at the time.
Yeah.
1 hour could have passed during that time or 50 minutes and we could have lost 10 minutes.
Right.
But
if you went to sleep at 3 p.m. and you woke up at 2 p.m., now that means like
now,
you
that would be kind of
reversed in
freaky
timeline.
if you reverse, yeah.
But you can do that because daylight savings time is coming up.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, it is?
Fall back.
Fall back.
Yeah. So we get an extra hour supposedly.
Good times.
I actually have a theory. I think there's glitches in the Matrix.
Yes.
Yes. And so... It was so fun.
Carry on. We want to hear about the glitches in the Matrix.
And when the glitches happen, the Matrix bends, which causes Matrix winds. And so
Matrix wins.
I think the Matrix wind actually blew the car to the side.
Ooh.
Whoa.
So there was a so what do you mean by Matrix? Do you mean like a simulation?
Well, when the Matrix has glitches, you have uneven pressure, which causes wind.
Yes. I don't know if this is scientific or not.
I don't know if you answered his question either.
Yeah, I was saying. So is the Matrix like a simulation, or is this a multi-dimension thing? Like you're saying, there's multiple.
Am I
dimensions?
not using the wrong word?
Well, I don't know. You're using the word. I have no idea. Anyways, I kind of get your idea.
Yeah.
This could be a Matrix glitch.
So the Matrix glitched for like a few seconds.
Yeah. Literally pushed this car, just pushed it over, and no turning the wheels, no anything. Okay, more likely it was probably...
More likely he turned the wheel.
No, he didn't turn the wheel. I know.
You're
that for
sure
a fact.
you didn't see the wheel turn?
I know.
Okay, how fast was he going? Because when you're going very fast, the wheel doesn't have to turn very much anyway.
I was going about 60, and I would say he was probably going about 40.
Wait a minute, I got a theory here. This is a good one. Let's see. He went to the right. Yeah.
He slid.
Yeah. Okay, so he probably had a big person in the trunk. A big old boy in the trunk, like me. And that boy was on the left side, jumped out of the trunk, and because the weight distribution changed, it just pushed the car off the side of the road. Don't you think that's a good theory?
No.
I actually have a better theory.
Yeah.
So you're watching this car the whole time, it sounds like.
I am.
And so you probably went into the dream mode where you forget you're driving and you just drive.
Yeah.
And so suddenly you also get back to reality, and so he's in a different place. So then it's like he scooted.
That's a good theory. So you're saying he kind of phased out
Yeah.
for a few minutes, And then when he woke up, the guy was off on the side of the road.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
I
mean-
kind of do that when driving. I drive and then I'm like, wait, I got here? I don't remember what happened.
And your brain actually created the transition between the two
Yeah.
images.
Yeah. Or maybe your brain went through the matrix and just saw things.
I'm just gonna blame it on the aliens.
Yeah, the aliens.
Speaking of
probably.
blaming stuff on the aliens,
Wow, a segue. Good times.
I saw an article the other day
Yes.
about a story in Casper, Wyoming.
This sounds like a place where aliens would be hiding out.
Exactly. So a call.
Or this sounds like a place where people would believe aliens. Those kind of people would be hiding out.
Haven't they had some UFO crashes in Wyoming?
Mhm.
I think I read something.
I don't know. I think that's where Yellowstone came from. I read that. I read that in a.
When you say it came from Wyoming, you're implying that it moved.
Well, Yellowstone is a volcano,
Right.
Yeah, and
Uh-huh.
we know that one day that volcano is going to go off and basically blow the United States in half, and it'll be really cool. Hopefully, they'll be able to film a movie about it. Or
So you're saying aliens brought this volcano from their planet?
well, I'm saying the
To our
volcano
planet.
is where this big alien ship crashed.
Oh.
The crater of the volcano.
Oh.
I don't even know what the Yellowstone crater looks like, if it's even a thing, but
And so when it erupts, it's actually the aliens who crashed coming back to life.
yes. No, that's what happened actually. The entire area of Yellowstone is an alien ship that crashed into the earth and got buried into the earth. Okay,
Whoa.
that's why when you go to Yellowstone, suddenly just the scenery is so cool and diverse and stuff.
Right.
Because that's the top of the alien ship. And they built that on top of the alien ship because they wanted a cool place for the aliens to, be able to go up and vacation.
Right.
Which the aliens haven't vacationed there because they're all submerged in the ship right now, right? They don't want to arouse suspicion. But one day, this alien ship's going to take off. And that's the volcano erupting. And that's my theory.
That makes great sense.
Yes. But carry on with
Okay.
your aliens.
So Casper, Wyoming, it's about 10:30 p.m. and the police get a call about a disorderly man. And so, of course, they respond to the call, and they come find this man. He's named Bryant Johnson.
Bryant Johnson.
And Johnson informs the police that he was visiting Casper from the year of 2048.
Yes.
2048.
This is a true story?
This is a true story.
Okay.
And he said he was on a quest to warn the unsuspecting residents in Casper because apparently the aliens are coming next year and the residents need to leave as soon as possible. Now, get this.
Yes.
Unfortunately, he says he was sent in 2017 and the aliens meant to send him to 2018. So technically, the aliens are really coming in 2019.
I like that.
But
Wow. So he's not just some random. He's not just making up a typical. Oh, I came back from the future story. Aliens sent me. He's actually putting a little twist into this.
Right.
They sent him to the wrong time period.
and he actually described the tool they used to send him.
Wow.
This is how he described it. He said the aliens pumped him full of alcohol and made him stand on a... They pumped him full of alcohol and made him stand on a giant pad. Unfortunately,
Yes.
all Bryant Johnson was drunk, and he was arrested for public intoxication and booked in the county jail.
Bryant Johnson. Oh, I put myself up with alcohol. I'm the time traveler now.
At least he tried.
Yeah, that's as good of an explanation as any.
Yeah.
May have been more convincing if he wasn't so drunk. He should have carried that on and said the first thing he did when he got to Earth was, got drunk.
Yeah.
That would have been a good way.
I wonder if they asked him to recite the ABCs, if he would recite the
Yeah.
ABCs in another language or something.
Jiao, Ji, Sa, Lu. I wonder if they have an ABC song.
Ooh.
Except it doesn't go A, B, C, D, E. It goes Sao, Si, La, Ti, We.
That's French.
We. Okay, whatever. Okay.
Okay.
Wow, this is a good show. We learned about drunk aliens, and we learned about Yellowstone being a spaceship.
Yeah.
Now, have you ever seen a crocodile hunt?
A what?
A crocodile hunt.
I have. They hunt crocodiles?
No, have you ever seen a crocodile hunt?
Hunt.
Not have you seen someone hunt crocodiles, but have you seen a crocodile hunt?
I haven't ever seen a crocodile, at least out in the open.
No?
You never been to a zoo?
I said out in the open.
Yeah, zoos
Oh.
don't count.
Oh.
Yeah,
Okay.
those animals are just sitting there, and they're in the little cages. They just sit there and do nothing.
So are the Florida swamps, are they filled with crocodiles or alligators?
I think those are alligators. In
So-
fact, I know those are alligators.
So where do the crocodiles, where do you find the crocodiles?
I'm not exactly sure, but I'm thinking probably over in Africa, maybe. At least some. Because I'm going to show you a YouTube video. And I saw some GIFs that kind of made the rounds on this.
Yeah.
This is from a YouTube channel called Caters TV. We'll include the link down below in the description. And I believe this probably came off of, I'm not sure what show this came off of, but you can go watch the original source on YouTube. And this is a crocodile. So the way I see this, the crocodile hides under the water, right at the water's edge. And it peeks its eyes, or maybe just the tip of his eyes, maybe the nose just out of the water, and waits for an animal to come get a drink.
Right.
And then when it comes against a drink and the animal's comfortable, that crocodile takes off out of the water. Wow. And they move pretty fast. But sometimes the animals move faster.
Ooh.
And that's what this video shows.
I just saw an article.
Yes.
DNA confirms Nile crocodiles found in Florida.
Really?
Yeah.
Now that's saying that's from USA Today, and that's from May of 2016. This article is saying that there's a new invasive species in town, which means they came from somewhere else. Maybe people had pet crocodiles they got from somewhere else and released them into the wild.
Or it could be the aliens from Yellowstone.
Yes, brought the crocodiles. But look, let's look at this crocodile hunting. So that's a warthog. It's kind of spooked. There's the
Big Josh see
crocodile. Yeah, they they just had their nose out.
Oh, that is a powerful animal.
He missed though.
Whoa.
These crocodiles move fast though. You see what I'm saying?
Oh, dude.
Now, just imagine that you're sitting there by the water. I don't think I'd move that fast.
Whoa!
Have you seen reflexes like that?
It flew.
It pretty much did fly.
I think that crocodile needs to give up for the day. I've never seen.
I know some
like
sports
that.
stars who wish they had those kind of reflexes. That goes back to your theory. Joey has this baseball theory that.
Oh, this is the greatest theory in the whole world.
Yes.
Continue.
Why don't you say the theory, and I'll pull up one more video about alligators.
Here's my theory.
Yes.
You have 3 outfielders in the outfield, right?
Mhm.
In typical baseball. And then you have 4 infielders, the pitcher, and the catcher. So there's a total of 11 people.
Yes.
Okay, no,
But your
there's
theory-
not a total of 11 people. That's football. I got confused. There's a total of 9 people.
I would like to strike that from the record that I didn't say yes to that.
There's a total of 9 people. Here's what I want to do. I want to bring in 1 outfielder in from the outfield, make it a 5-man infield, and then put 2 guys out in the outfield who have the speed of Usain Bolt. Because I feel if you have 2 guys in the outfield who can run as fast or almost as fast as Usain Bolt in the outfield, they will be able to cover the outfield almost as efficiently as a 3-man outfield.
Okay, so your changes to the outfield. You want to take 3 men away, put 2 men out there, put 2 clones of Usain Bolt out in the outfield.
Right.
And then bring 4 men in the infield.
Right.
And
no,
your theory...
there's already 4 men. Bring a 5th man into the
Yeah, bring 5th man into the infield. And your theory is if there's 5 men in the infield, no singles, no ground balls are going to get through anywhere. So that cuts that part of the game out.
Right.
And the fast Usain Bolts in the outfield will be able to catch most of the fly balls.
I mean, because they already run the shift. You wouldn't even have to run the shift.
I think Big Josh doesn't agree with this theory.
You gotta consider you have the world's best athletes already out in the outfield.
Oh.
Yes, but...
So wait, you're saying Usain Bolt isn't that much faster then?
No, he's not.
He can't cover?
But I have
should
statistics on this. One of the fastest outfielder in the outfield is a man by the name of Billy Hamilton.
Yes.
I believe he plays for the Cincinnati Reds. I'm not quite sure. He can run 22 miles per hour. I think StatCast measured him.
Yes.
Usain Bolt, the fastest Usain Bolt I think he ran was 28. So that's a 6 mile per hour difference.
Okay, but you have to look at acceleration times, and then Usain Bolt actually has to be able to, well, be cloned, 1. But number 2, wait, he has another dude. There's another dude that runs with him. I forget his name.
Yeah, there's another dude.
Yeah, that runs almost as fast or faster than him in this last race. But anyways, he has to be able to catch, and he has to be able to hit.
No, he doesn't have to be able to hit. That's what I'm saying.
Yes, he does have to be able to.
No,
you
listen.
can't take 2 people out of the lineup and just get world-class
You load your
sprinters.
infield with some of the best hitters, and then all you have these 2 guys do, all they do is bunt.
Oh,
Well, consider this.
yes.
With how many men are you adding in the infield?
1 man.
You're creating confusion. That's what you're doing.
How am I creating confusion? I'm taking
Because-
away confusion.
No, you're creating confusion because there's 1 more man in the infield.
Exactly.
And they're gonna
So
get
the
confused.
third baseman, he doesn't have to. He can stand on the line. He doesn't have to stand away from the line. So balls down the line, they're gone. Balls up the middle, they're gone. Balls down the first base line, they're gone.
Well, sometimes when you
man.
make stuff more complicated, you make it to where there can be more errors.
Right, but I'm simplifying things. I'm not complicating.
Okay,
things.
but we'll have to discuss this more maybe later. But the reason I brought it up was because I was saying basically you would need those dudes to have as much athletic skill and be able to fly as much as that deer did escaping that crocodile.
Right.
That's why I brought up this whole baseball thing.
And the balls that are going to get down into the outfield,
Yeah.
they're going to get down if it's 3 men or 2 men.
Interesting.
So you can. And here's the other thing: you won't have to score as many runs because there won't be as many hits.
Oh.
So you can deal with the lack of offensive production from those 2 men.
I don't know. Anyways, one more crocodile video. This is on YouTube, a channel Jat for Life 10, but it seems like it's a short clip from a movie called African Cats. And
Have you ever heard of African cats?
no,
Me neither.
but this is we already saw how deer and those hog-looking creatures deal with crocodiles. This
Right.
shows you how a lion deals with it.
Ooh.
The lion's the one animal that will back down a crocodile.
Man, that's fierce. Do people say fierce anymore? That used to be a big
Yes!
thing.
They say, well, maybe. I still see fierce. I'm like, that's fierce. And he slinks back under his hidey hole in the water.
His hidey hole.
And the lion's not giving up either.
Dude, why didn't the lion
pressing
eat the
forward.
crocodile?
He wants to drink or something.
I think he had...
Might get a publicly intoxicated lion.
I think he had all his women and cubs back there.
Oh, yeah, you gotta fight for those women and cubs.
Yes.
Which reminds me, I have a great story about girlfriends.
Women and cubs?
No, about girlfriends, but we should
Yes.
probably get to that in the next episode. I have a quick story about Terry. Do
Terry?
you know who Terry is?
No.
Terry is a chocolate tea cake.
Tea cake? What's a tea cake?
I have no clue.
That was helpful. What is a tea cake? Okay.
Yeah, here's a picture of Terry. You can kind of see it. It should give you an idea what a tea cake is. And
Yeah,
we'll put
it
that
looks like a
picture
radiator.
up on the screen. A radiator.
No, it looks like
looks
the
like-
air filter in my car.
It looks like he has foil on it.
It might have foil on it. But Terry is made up of marshmallow and chocolate.
Wait, so kind of like a cupcake?
Kind of like a cupcake. Yeah,
Yeah?
I would assume so.
How did a tea cake get named Terry?
By the Glasgow Science Center.
Yeah.
They were doing this as a part to raise awareness to people interested in STEM, which is science, technology, engineering. What's the M
Yes,
stand for?
we know what STEM is.
What's the M for?
Science, technology, engineering, mathematics.
Mathematics.
Yes.
That is correct.
I hope I got
That's
that
why
right.
I didn't know that, because I do not like mathematics. But anyways.
Okay, here's what a tea cake is. It's not a cupcake.
No?
No.
It's like a yeast-based sweet bun
Ooh, I got a
Oh.
sweet. Wait, I got a sweet.
containing dry.
Wait, I gotta get this one out. I got a sweet bun.
It contains dry fruit on it, and it's normally
Ooh.
toasted with butter.
You might have to
At
get
least
that
this-
tea cake out later.
What Wikipedia said.
Okay.
Okay, but
Wikipedia.
Wikipedia isn't a viable
So it's a
source.
buttered fruit cake?
Pretty much, I
Did I
think.
get that right? Continue.
So thank you, Big Josh, for that insight into what tea cakes are. Around 33,000 people on Facebook watched a live stream of Terry being lifted up by a weather balloon to approximately 37,000 meters.
37. Now, how many feet is that?
There's about what? Three-ish
Oh, 3
feet in a
feet in a
meter,
meter.
and 37
37.
times 3.
That's 120,000 minus 9,000.
So that's pretty high up into the air.
That's 111,000 feet.
Wow.
Yes.
You
Mathematics.
should- STEM, mathematics. You should go into mathematics.
Yeah, I should be an engineer. Maybe.
Oh, whoa.
Yes.
Never thought about that one.
Oh, so this weather balloon took Terry the tea cake up to 37,000
Yeah.
feet. And how many people watched this on Facebook?
33,000.
So almost for as many meters it went.
Pretty much.
When was this?
This was
Because I feel like I was left out.
October 14th, 2017. So last month.
Yes, you were alive then, for sure.
But then again, this was over in the United Kingdom, so you probably weren't made aware of this. But the chief executive at Glasgow Science Center said, "We are delighted by how many people joined us at GSC and online to watch Terry's space adventures."
Okay. All right.
So did they eat it after it landed, or what happened to it?
Oh,
Well,
man, that's what I would have done.
unfortunately, it landed in Forest Park, and they said it stayed pretty much intact when it landed, but I don't know what they did with it afterwards, because
Okay.
I don't know how it stayed intact, honestly, because if it's falling from...
It's a tea cake, dude. It's not going to bust up. That's like dropping a pillow and expecting it to bust up. Exactly the same thing. But I think we're out of time.
Yeah,
We're out of time for the show.
Thank you so much for watching.
Let's talk about anything.
Big Josh is to my left. John is to my right. I am Joey. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, turn on your notifications. Comment down below, and we'll hit that button that puts your comment all the way up to the top.
Yeah, and I'll respond to all of your comments.
Big Josh
You
will
don't wanna-
respond to your comments.
You don't want to miss that.
You do not want to miss that. That will be one of the best adventures of your life.
Yes, and if you have any questions, just put them below in the comments. We may read them out on the air if they're appropriate.
If they're appropriate. And
And answer them, maybe,
do our best to answer them.
if we know the answer.
Yeah. And make sure you do all that social media stuff. Put us on your Snapchat story, on your Instagram, on your Twitter, anything that would get the word
Yes.
out about us. We would really appreciate that.
Yes. We really need that.
Yes, we need it so bad.
We need the fans to...
This is taking forever.
Oh, yes. They're going to hate us by now. Okay, we better be done.
We're done.
We're done.
Outie, outie, outie.
Goodbye.